Coming up on this edition of Europass, we're off to southern Spain to discover one of Europe's best-kept secrets when it comes to duty stations, Rota. There we'll learn about a program that helps introduce newcomers to the Rota area. We'll also take you on a guided tour of one of southern Spain's most historic towns and tour one of Spain's largest bodegas. That's all coming up next on Europass. Good evening, and welcome to Europass, your first-class ticket to discovery and adventure. I'm Beth Monk. Southern Spain is home to one of Europe's best-kept secrets when it comes to duty stations, Rota. Moving to Rota can present newly arriving personnel and their families with some cultural barriers to overcome. Tonight, we learn about a program that's designed to help new arrivals do just that. Brought to you by Rota's Fleet and Family Support Center.
Rota lies on Spain's southern coast and is known as the gateway to the Mediterranean. This beautiful seaside town is home to one of Europe's largest naval stations and makes for a great place to spend a tour of duty or even just to visit. Newcomers to the Rota area have a program designed to help them overcome the cultural barriers that moving to Spain can present.
Our intercultural relations class, that's when folks first get here. We try to get them in right away within the first 2 weeks of being here, and we teach them all kinds of things they need to learn about living in Spain.
And this is a sort of acclimatization, so they feel better after attending this class because they know where they are. Right? There is not such a feeling of being totally lost.
We teach them about the local laws and customs. We help get them a Spanish driver's license. We have over 27 folks from on base that come through the class and talk to all our new folks and talk to them about what their agencies can do to try to help them and improve their tour here while they're here for however long they're going to be here at Rota.
It provided information and answered a lot of questions that you have as to where to go, how to get there, the do's and don'ts, if you will, of being stationed in a new country.
ICR is wonderful because it gives you a complete background on Spain, what to expect when you're traveling, and it gives you a courage to go out and hit all the beautiful places in Spain.
And while much of it takes place at the Fleet and Family Support Center, where newcomers get a crash course in Spanish culture, language, and other useful information, the best learning experiences may be off-base in the form of guided field trips.
These field trips are offered for free. They don't have to pay anything. All right, it's a good way, especially for those of them who are brand new to the base, is to venture the first time, but with somebody from the local area.
It's free transportation to a wonderful historic place with a tour guide to tell you everything that you need to know, and you won't miss anything.
If you're new like myself, you don't know where to go, how to get there, and you don't know exactly what you're looking at when you're walking around. So it's an excellent opportunity to learn some of the history and have a tour.
If you're just passing through, you can take a day trip, or if you're here for 3 years like I am, it's just been wonderful. You can do it again, and each time you go, you can see something new and different. A major benefit to being stationed in Rota, Spain.
One of their most popular tours is to the beautiful and historic hillside town of Arcos.
Absolutely beautiful. White villages, lots of history, cathedrals, beautiful. Trip I'd highly recommend.
Arcos is one of the nicest towns in the area. It's a medieval town that is located on top of a hill. It's about 1,000 years old.
One of the interesting things about Arcos is there's a cloistered sect of nuns there, and they make really great cookies. And you go in, and there's like you can't see them, but you tell them what you want through the It's kind of like a rotating circular drawer, and you put your money on it, and then you spin it around, they get the money, and then they spin it back around and you get the cookies.
The time that the active duty personnel, civilian, are here on base with us, they are not just individuals from the state, they are all of them with a session ambassador of the state. So the intention is that you get to know a little bit of the culture, a little bit of the town, so that you can have a better time in Spain, so that you can understand the way we are and you can interact with us much better than if you do not know.
ICR and free guided cultural tours are just a couple of ways that Rota's Fleet and Family Support Center lives up to its name, providing support for military families throughout their entire tour of duty.
Another cultural trip offered by Rota's Fleet and Family Support Center is to a nearby town of Puerto de Santa Maria to learn about one of Spain's biggest exports, sherry.
Not far from Rota is the town of Puerto de Santa Maria, and it's home to one of Spain's largest producers of sherry wine, Osborne. Osborne is so well known that their trademark bull has almost become a national symbol of Spain. Rota's Fleet and Family Support Center offers regular trips to Osborne to introduce newcomers to this interesting and important aspect of Spanish culture.
Sherries are at the top of the food chain, if you will, in Spain.
You get a chance to see how the wine is made. You get a chance to sample a few, not too many though.
We try to make people learn about sherry. We show them our buildings and so on, but what we want them to learn is how we make the sherry, learn to appreciate all the different sherries we make here.
After an introductory film, the group takes a guided tour of the bodega. The guide explains the history of sherry wine, its cultural significance in Spain, and teaches the group all about the process of how sherry is made.
Grapes are very important, how they're grown, the harvesting, how they're picked, and that was information that we obtained on this tour that I would not have known otherwise. We saw the barrels where the sherry is stored and learned history about Osborne, the bodega, how it started, and some of their other locations.
I've never been to a winery, even back in the U.S., so being at this one and knowing its roots and its history and how old it is and how they make the sherry and being able to taste it, that was a great experience.
Cultural day trips like this one give newcomers the opportunity to get out and experience a taste of Spanish culture while in the capable hands of the Fleet and Family Support Center staff.
It's a great experience for folks to get out and have a few tapas, experience the Spanish wine, and practice using their Spanish, and they're in good hands.
If you're ever in Rota, Spain, stop by the Fleet and Family Support Center to find out how you can get out and experience what southern Spain has to offer.
That wraps up our show for this week. We'd like to thank Rota's Fleet and Family Support Center and the Osborne Bodega. If you have a place you'd like to see us visit or a program you'd like to know more about, send us an email to europass@afn.dma.mil. For more travel ideas, don't forget to pick up the Thursday edition of Stars and Stripes and check out the travel section. To see this program again, log on to our website at afnsouth.net. I'm Beth Monk. We'll see you next time on Europass.